we need to script it a bit, and we need to have the ringtone which is on the mobile phone. This is Charlotte.
Hi, good afternoon.
And then from Sevenfriday, it is, I thought it's
No
Friday,
idea.
but it's actually Thursday, but then it's Sevenfriday. So it's Thursday, 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. in Zurich, and summer is coming back, and we're here at the Space, our home, right? The living room.
Cozy place to stay. Perfect.
It's where we normally hang out if we don't have too much work, and at the moment, and we're trying a new setup here, so we see how we can stream live on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't think all that works already, because I should now see here messages of any people joining. Did anybody join? Michelle?
If someone joined live?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Nobody.
No, we
Well,
have
that's a
some.
first.
Yeah, no,
That's
we
a
have. Sorry.
So how do I see? Why don't I see here live?
You need to, yes, click it again to upload the page, and then it's coming to life.
Okay, let's see whether that works. So anyway, we are here to answer questions, right?
Absolutely.
In the meantime, we talk about the space concept, the Sevenfriday space concept, which a lot of people think it's cool, but I'm not sure everybody understands. So,
First,
tell us, Charlotte.
not you first, but why the idea about the space, how the name came, the space, why is it called the space, and where the first one started?
Actually, in what order do I answer? Why space? Because we don't like we. Do you like shopping?
Yeah, less and less.
Less and less, okay, good. So we don't like shopping, and if you don't like shopping, you can't open a boutique, you can't open a store, because we don't do bullshit and we don't do things we don't like. Which means we wanted to create an ambience and a space where you energize with friends, in an ambience that's relaxed, where you don't feel you have to buy. Obviously you can buy, but you can also just have a coffee, water, or whiskey. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really like atmosphere thing where you like live. I mean, this Sevenfriday moment where you really gather with people. Actually.
Exactly. It's more social, the social aspect, and not just the commercial aspect, obviously. Now, if you want to buy a watch, we don't mind, because
Most welcome.
So that was the reason why, actually. So we wanted to create something we like, right? With something we can stand behind. We're convinced that it's also contemporary. It's what, we have too many boutiques, and everywhere you travel in the world, it looks the same, and it's getting really super boring. So we want to create something new, something a bit fresh. Why space? Because, the first one. Where was the first one? In Jakarta, actually.
Exactly.
The first one was with Ariel, I remember, in Jakarta, in Plaza Indonesia. And actually that was the craziest, because it's a full-fledged restaurant where you can sit down, you get a menu, and you can order food, drinks, and watches.
And we highly recommend for all the people passing by Jakarta or leaving Jakarta to go there, because the food is like this.
Actually Fernando, the chef, he is Chef of the Year in Jakarta.
Yeah, absolutely.
2019, so... and he makes a mean burger. So that's that, and then the name. There was a lot of discussion. I called it first Lounge, which I agree it's a bit lame. And somebody convinced me, I think it was Ario actually, to call it Space. But neither lounge nor space people really understood. So I said we do a lounge, and then people were like, "You mean like airport lounge?" Not really, right? So the space somehow, it's just a space which we fill with Sevenfriday ambience and Sevenfriday friends, actually. So it makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
So all the spaces, they have food or watches, or they all have same concept, different concept?
The concept is the same, but execution is not always the same. In terms of architecture, in terms of size, but also in terms of food. In some shopping malls in China, we don't have the permission to sell food, so we only have a coffee machine there. So it depends where we can, how far we can go. But here in Zurich, we have drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, here for Charlotte. Then we have food, salads, and freshly made paninis. I will claim the best paninis in town, right?
But in Switzerland.
In Switzerland, at least in Switzerland, at least. And starting Monday, we're gonna have the best hot dogs,
Exactly.
at least in Switzerland.
So I want to talk about my favorite subject, which is food, after the watches,
They're
obviously.
asking us to show us the space. Maybe we can make a tour.
Yeah,
later.
Yeah, absolutely.
You make it too?
Yeah, I can do a tour. You want to show us or just go for a run?
I mean, when you go maybe down there, you have the entrance. Obviously, outside you have.
I'm gonna guide.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. So we get now a bit of a disconnection. So I guess we are still live on the other channels. I don't know. And so yeah, Michelle left us with Instagram. What you can see here in the back is the Sevenfriday games. Maybe also something. So the space is an anchor point of what we're
Very
doing.
nice space. Can see
Hi,
very
Michelle.
big. And here I'm back.
And she's back. So we were just saying that actually the space is an integral strategic part of Sevenfriday because that's where physically you meet, that's where the brand meet, where you can meet the brand. It's not just the boutique which is super expensive, with a doorman in the front checking you out whether you're allowed to go in or not. But it's really something we want you to come in for whatever reason, as long as it's friendly and respectful. And it's this integration we really do. And in the same spirit, we develop the games, right? The games you can see here on the TV in the back. It's once a year the friends of Sevenfriday meet, celebrate life, and compete in a very friendly way. And after the competition, we celebrate even more. And then we go all our ways till the next years, and we take away the spirit of Sevenfriday, of spending time with friends, with people you like. So, you hungry?
I'm always hungry. But now I wanted to talk about the paninis and the hot dog.
Yep.
So first, Sevenfriday, I mean, as a brand has its own identity. I guess with the food you're offering is the same. You don't want to do same panini as everyone. So I can see that first they all have very funny name like Sloppy Joe. And then we have, of course, the Mexican mole, the nasty, the spicy Herman.
Spicy Herman.
And did you invented all of them? How did
No.
you came to that? And how was the testing? I mean, we want to know the full story of it.
It's, I think it comes all, and you can understand that it comes all from a passion for food and for eating, obviously. So it started, we had a different concept, we worked with some specialists together, we thought, now we have to do our own. And panini was since a long time on the plate, and we simply Googled best paninis in the world. And then we took them and refined them. So some of the names, they were already there, some we changed. We did our own twist and interpretation. And what we did is actually, thanks to the partial lockdown we had, it was 1 or 2 days of cooking, we still, and testing and eating, so it was hard work.
And sending the picture to your team, which was
sharing the
very starving after seeing the pictures.
And sharing the pictures, absolutely. And actually, the hot dog was recently. We got it. We need to expand a little bit, and there's a lack of hot dogs in Switzerland.
Yeah, true.
There is Schnitzel and there is Geschnetzeltes and there is Rösti, but there are no proper. And I'm not talking this, fast food hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm talking proper big. Filled
Fat
with
hot dog.
Yeah.
Fat and not in a bad way, like really.
No,
like
it's
very
actually
big.
very healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so you were here. We had the test eating. We
Yeah.
cooked. We took some recipes we found appealing. But I think the one which is the most, or to the most our own, all of them have our own twist.
Yeah.
But is the nasty.
The one I tried 2 days ago.
I think you tried it.
Yeah.
The nasty is actually
Special.
a mix between Fernando's special sauce reinterpreted by Till and all kind of ingredients we thought they will fit or don't fit, but it gives really a nice flavor of taste.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say they are really, I mean, it's quite big. So it's not one of those rikiki little hot dog you get and then after you have to eat somewhere else. So it's absolutely not the case.
It's a full
And
meal, huh?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, the
Definitely.
Spicy Herman, that's also our name.
Yeah.
The Spicy Herman, somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody told me it's a bit of a contradiction. Spicy and Herman,
Herman.
the German, or Herman said
Yeah.
German. No, yeah, it is actually, you have your sauerkraut in there, but at the same time you have Tabasco, you have chili, you have, you have these different flavors, which gives quite a nice balance.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit like Arnold's watches, you know, like the design.
It's all about the balance and then
It's
the
always
proportions.
about the balance, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, bring it to the food.
What is your favorite one, Charlotte? From the menu, the new menu?
Oh, for me, okay, the panini is the avocado bacon, because I'm a huge fan of this mix, so I hope it won't get out of the menu. Be
No,
careful.
no.
The nasty, I tried, I have to say it's excellent, and especially with the sauce and then the pickles on top. And next time, I can already tell you, I'm gonna try the Mexican mole, for sure.
Yeah, the Mexican mole we didn't know. We actually then we have figured out that mole is actually quite a sophisticated Mexican sauce, which is interesting. There's a lot of chili, but also chocolate in it. So you have this spicy, sweet kind of taste, which anyway, come here and test it. So yeah, that's what we do. I mean, between creating watches and sunglasses and everything else, we come here and we develop our own food concept. It's nothing obviously too sophisticated, but we enjoy.
Yeah, but we all like eating anyway in this company. So it's really the moment where we all gather together and then we share. It's like, oh, you like it's like. I think it's quite funny to hear like all the comments and everyone is really commenting and sharing the thought about it, and it's a gathering moment again.
And it's also the reason we have to do a lot of sport.
Maybe one of the only reasons why we have to.
Are the paninis freshly prepared?
All fresh, also the hot dog. Nothing is pre-prepared, so everything is freshly done, and then in the panini machine or in the oven for the hot dog. And yes, everything fresh.
Fachi said, "Take me to your life."
Yeah, our life is tough. No, our life is Sevenfriday, and it took us a long time to get there. But and we're still constantly working. It's not every day fantastic, but in general, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
He asks again, "How is the feeling to be living this life, Sevenfriday?"
Yeah, I think the feeling is really fantastic, especially if you're not getting too used. Because if you get too used, it's normal. So you need your downer once in a while and back to reality. No, but it is that when we said we started Sevenfriday and Charlotte as well, like, oh no, always Sevenfriday since the beginning. So it was always the idea that we create, and it's not easy. Create an environment, create ideas, create concept we really enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's not always at the forefront. Obviously, we have to survive and we have to pay some salaries, but it's not just about making money, but really do things you believe in, do things you enjoy, and therefore you have a lot more fun. And why shouldn't you have fun? I mean, nobody said, that's in the older generation said, no, hold on. If you work, you have to be all serious. Dress up, put the proper tie on.
No.
You can, and a lot of people enjoy that, but there's other ways. And I think today we have the liberty to really choose what we're really fitting. In the past, it wasn't so easy. Now we have the choices, but we have to make them. If we don't make them, we shouldn't complain.
And also, they ask us if we are in Dubai. No, this is the Sevenfriday Space Zurich, Switzerland.
But maybe they're asking whether we are generally present in Dubai. And actually, we have a little bit of an interruption in Dubai. We were present for a long time. We are present with our online shop, sevenfriday.com, and we had a bit of separation with our partners, so we're working on a new setup for Dubai. News to come, hopefully soon. And hopefully traveling coming soon again.
Oh yes.
Right? I mean, Charlotte should have been 20 times back to Hong Kong in the last 5 months.
Yeah. I really miss it now. So definitely.
Because we also have a team in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah. So team in Hong Kong, and then also traveling, missing in China, visiting the factories and all the partners we are working with there. So hopefully back on track very quickly.
It just reminds me that somebody told me yesterday that we're living here in Switzerland in a bubble. Because our life is pretty much back to normal. I mean, with some distance and whatever else. But basically, you walk out here on the street.
They were saying here, Corona. There was some.
Yeah, we don't serve Corona here. We only have. I can show you.
The other one.
Here. Norm. That's our beer. So, yeah, we have masks here for whoever wants, but the fact is in Switzerland, the rules are
But less and less strict.
Less strict. When you walk outside, right, it feels like
normal. Absolutely. Now you don't really feel it even in public transport, or obviously some are wearing masks, some not, but we don't really feel any pressure anymore. Or
it's just when you, funny thing is when you go in the shop and in the front they say, okay, you mentioned to me today, right?
Yeah,
only 5 people in the shop, only 5, because otherwise it's too closed.
Yeah.
Sure. But the queue outside, they're like sticking
everyone
to each
is
other.
packed together like this.
So I think the people don't make sense, but I guess the future will tell whether the Swiss are stupid or smart. Today we don't know, but if anybody wants a mask, we have them.
Feel free.
So, yeah, no, it's the only thing we're realizing, I think, here at the space, right, is that we don't have so many of our tourists from around, or friends from around the world anymore. Obviously there's no Asian tourist, no American tourist, and that changes a bit the situation. Not to a better, because I like this multicultural, I like people mixing and this more global approach to things.
I have a question about the wine.
The wine.
So because Michel was showing before the Sevenfriday rosé wine, if you can quickly present to everyone.
So yes, we have, as you know, it's all prompted question. We have a good friend in France called Jan Schürmann. And Jan Schürmann decided a couple of years ago he's a wine farmer. What do you call them? Wine farmer? He's a wine farmer. Anyway, he makes wine. So he has a winery, actually one of the most beautiful wineries I've ever seen. If you're ever in France, you should look it up, Chateau Chanzac. He's also on Instagram. Absolutely beautiful. And not only is it a beautiful winery, he makes fantastic wine. And he's a very nice guy. So he allowed us to, we started last year, I think, do our own rosé. So we have the Sevenfriday rosé. Plus, which we developed for our games, we did also the Sevenfriday red wine, which is together with Fuchsguffer, which I'm sure nobody can pronounce really, including myself. But that is the restaurant of another friend up in the mountains where we had the big last night, and he organized the games in January 2019. So yeah, so that's the Sevenfriday wine. If you come here, happy to invite you for a glass. We used to have Sevenfriday coconut water, but that's a bit old at the moment.
But that one was absolutely delicious.
It was great, right?
Yeah, but actually, again, about the wine is a bit of Sevenfriday story, where it's people having their it's not I don't want to, it's a job, but I don't want to call it job, but they have their passion.
Yes.
And then someone has a passion about the wine, and then he went to south of France and then create this have this winery, and then you with Sevenfriday, and then this other person having this Fuchsguffer restaurant. So it's three people, 3 companies,
but it's
or
what we
3
do generally,
passions.
I think, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Basically, we work in generally, or we are very close to people who found a way to live their passion.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. Well, I hope so. No, I think he really does, Jan, and I hope Nicky as well with Fuchsguffer.
Yeah.
But it's like shown in his music.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
So there's a lot in the last how we did this Instagram live within the last, I don't know, 12 weeks or something like that. And we constantly had new people like Belle from Australia, who is a snowboard champion, who does it out of passion. We had Jesse Vargas, a box world champion, who with 8 years, he said, I'm going to be world champion. So, yeah, all these people who really should be an inspiration that it's possible for pretty much anyone to live the passion they have. But it depends, if you want to be a space cowboy, that may be difficult.
But can happen.
Can happen.
Can happen.
Okay, good. So,
There is one more question, and is could you describe how it is to work in Sevenfriday? Maybe for Charlotte, that you work already a long time.
Challenging, but in a way that it's not that you, how to say it? challenge in a way that you constantly work on new things, and that's why always brings up and brings you to a new project, a new idea. And again, it's like you work for watches, and then after you work in sunnies, and then you do bracelets, and then you do food tasting, and so so this is really always there is always something new, always new challenge coming in, and it's like going fast, and it's the whole mood, and so it's positive, absolutely positive. I mean, if you want to go like in a work just sitting around and do only always the same task, doesn't work. But if like having always this positive energy of new ideas, then perfect place.
Hello from Indonesia.
Hey,
Hello.
Indonesia. We can always count on Indonesia. That's always good to know.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what we don't want routine, right?
No,
and it's not just how one note. It's generally we share a spirit in this company, the way we want to work, and we want to constantly challenge ourselves. Yeah. And it's once you master the project, you keep going. That's fine, but it's getting. You need more excitement.
Yeah, but you never stop at the I mean, it's not that, okay, the project is not, oh, it's finished, next. No, it's like the project is there, and then you always rethink, okay, how can we do it better? How can we go to the next level? How to bring it to life, etc. So this is where is no routine at all. And then also one thing that is really good is we're still a small company, I can say, and you really have the vision of the different departments. So talking a lot with Arno. So even though you're not in the product development management, still you can see how we design, what is his process, how we think about it, and this is like this, and then after communication, this you can see their process. So it's really, you have this 360 vision, which I think you cannot have everywhere, and this is really energizing, and you learn a lot. Actually, you always learn a lot.
It's the benefit of a small company, I think, that you're really close to everything and you understand all aspects. But it also takes people who want to do that. Not everybody's made for it. But it's always a challenge. You want to do more, but you want to stay a small company. Because the bigger you get, the less flexible you are. The more politics, the more structure and processes, and the less you do and go out and do crazy things. And that's what we're here for. Do crazy things.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think that's pretty much about the space, right? Is there anything else? I mean, I would love to make you a cocktail today, but I don't know how. I think the only thing I can do is Negroni, and that's too heavy now.
It can be a little bit tough.
Today we also have an event here, DJs and music.
Tonight, actually. Tonight we have a new DJ.
Simon Becker.
Simon Becker. Simon Becker live tonight at the Space in Zurich. So yeah, and we have Friday, there's a party here. So there's a lot of things happening. As in comedy, stand-up comedy is coming back.
Yeah, it's on the 18th and 19th. We're gonna have events.
You know that all?
Yes, I know them all.
So you can turn the camera around and you know, talk to Michelle. She knows what works.
I'm gonna post everything, so just stay tuned.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of things happening as in other spaces around the world. More spaces to come. And we're gonna have now weekly here from the space. Today is us internal. Charlotte will be surely here as well. But maybe we have some other surprise guests joining us, right?
Definitely.
And question them a bit about their passion and how they live Sevenfriday, or if they live Sevenfriday, and if not, why not? Right. So a lot of questions. Let's see whether we get the answers. Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.